Hi love bunnies, I hope you guys all doing so well. Welcome back to Rework Wednesday. Today we are going to be doing this lovely look. It was something that was, I guess you can say, soft and spring friendly. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and do this makeup, because you guys know I usually don't play around too much with softer colors on my eyelids. So if you like to see how this look came together, be sure to continue and keep on watching. Alrighty, love bugs, so today we are gonna be doing this lovely look over here. Now this look is very simple, but it's something about it that I think is so soft and pretty. And because we are playing around in the realm of spring, because you know the weather in New York is crazy, okay? But we are playing around in the weather of spring, so I said, you know what, let me try to give it to you guys soft looks. So because this is a very simple look, we are gonna start with the eyeballs. So we are gonna prime our eyeballs. I think I showed you guys this eyeshadow primer that I got. It's okay, you know, nothing too crazy, it's okay. So we are gonna put that on our, oops, I probably OD'd, on our eyeballs. And we're gonna start like that. I put that, and as per usual, on my brush, just blend it out. And I said, you know what, as I'm doing these looks for you guys, again, I'm trying to be mindful of it's springtime. You guys probably want looks that are a little bit softer. So I said, you know what, let me do some soft looks for you guys. And again, too, as you guys can tell, especially my videos, when I'm doing like the red carpet reviews, it's very rare that I do soft looks because I always like a nice smoky eye, because that's just my vibe. So this also is like me seeing myself with softer makeup looks. So I'm not mad at it, because to me, if I'm doing soft looks on the eyes, then that means I'm really going to town when it comes to my face makeup. So my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, to me, that's really now the focus. So I'm like, you know what, I do like the way that she does do her makeup. So there are a few looks from her that I do like. So I said, you know what, let me try this one with you guys. We are going to play around with the Gone Matte palette, as well as my tried and true, my Juvia's Place Warrior palette. Now, I think I tell you guys, my goal is not to necessarily do the exact same look as the photos that I'm referencing, is more so a point of reference. And I'm trying to see what colors I do have that will still work with me and my skin tone, my undertones, to see if I can achieve the look with a spin on it for it to suit me. So I don't believe I have the shades that she is using exactly, but I have something I'm sure very similar. So that's why we are going to go in with the matte palette to play around in this little realm of these colors, but also a nice brown that I think would make more sense to me as well would be these browns here, but more so this brown when it comes up to that little crease area. But for now, to blend out, I'm most likely gonna play around with Shaggy. So we are gonna go in with that on our, you know what, we're gonna use this tapered crease brush. We don't use that one a lot, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna take, like I said, Shaggy, and maybe just a dash of Cuddles, tap it off. I'm gonna put that in our crease. Actually, I'm lying to you guys, I did see that underneath her eyebrow area is a very light color. So on a flat brush, because underneath her eyebrow bone and a little bit underneath her eyebrow is a very light color, so my flat brush, I am going to go in with the Milani palette in the shade called Not So Vanilla. It's very, very light. So we're going to put that right underneath the brow bone area. Just gonna dab it, because you know me, when I apply the crease color, it's gonna be like sloppily anyways, and it's gonna pretty much clean up that area. And then we're gonna take it right underneath. Now so we could go in with Shaggy and Cuddles. It's gonna in the little crease area and wing it out just the slightest bit, nothing too crazy actually. Just keep it right in this area, focused right here. And just a light flush of color, because you can see this color, but that's not the main focus, because I see that she went in with a little bit of a deeper brown shade, and it was placed in a way to open up her eye. Even the lighter color that was used, it was placed in a way to kind of open up her eye area even more. Now, again, when it comes to these looks, I have to keep my eye shape in mind for, again, my placement and where I place things. So because I have a little bit more space on mine, I'm going to place mine up already, since I already pretty much have that to work with. That's that. And then now on the eyelid area, I am gonna go in with possibly a mix of Teddy and Fluff Up. Maybe a mix between those two. So on a flat brush, I'm gonna go in with the mix of Fluff Up and Teddy. But I'm possibly gonna use Teddy because it looks more of that shade. I'm gonna use it on my tapered shadow brush. Yes, I'm going to go in with Teddy. And I'm going to really pack that on. But you know my eyeballs, so I'm probably not going to bring it to the front just yet. I'm going to keep it on the whole lid, but wait to the very end to put it on the front part. Okay, what's happening to my eyeballs here? I'm going to pack that on. All over the lid. So on the same brush that I used before, nothing is on, I'm just blending it out just so it's a seamless blend from the lid color to the crease color. And then now I'm gonna go in with my fluffy paddle brush, like I said. Just the tiniest bit, the tiniest bit, right? Because this was mainly focused in this crease area. So we're gonna try to, it was like a tiny bit here, but definitely blended upwards. So we're gonna just blend it out a tiniest bit. We're not winging it out, we're not doing anything, we're just elongating the eye a little bit, if that kind of makes sense, just like carving out. But again, because I have hooded eyes, I have to place mine a certain kind of way so you can still see it a bit. So I'm just gonna buff it and bring it up a bit. Alrighty, so this is where we are with the eyeballs right now. Nothing too crazy at all. You know that I usually do my face and then come back to finish up with the liner and lashes. So we're gonna do that right now. I already moisturized, and now I'm going to put on my, what is this? My primer. Then I am gonna use my little E.L.F spray because I wanna, so I'm gonna. So now we aren't gonna go in with our usual, my foundation. You guys already know I like to mix my foundations. This one is almost running out, so I definitely went and got a new one. You know my brush I usually use, and we're just gonna pat this in. Now we are gonna do our highlights as per usual. I'm gonna need another one soon of my LA girl. So we are gonna go in on our usual and blend this puppy out. And she's also really highlighted under her eyes as well. Because you guys know I like a good, guys know I like a good reason, or any reason for a good highlighter under eye, honey, okay? Gonna dab this in. So I'm gonna go in with my Milani Cream Contour. I don't want to say this shade is like light, because I believe that this shade is buildable. Now, possibly I could get the darker shade, but we'll see how I feel. But for now, I'm gonna use this because, like I said, I think it is a buildable color. So that's what we're gonna do. And of course, my forehead area. Just gonna pounce it, just tap it in. I'm gonna keep the bronzer like back here. You guys know I usually keep it back here in this area. So that's that for the cream bronzer. So now we are gonna set underneath the eyeball. So now I am gonna bronze up the rest of the face. First, our Infallible from L'Oreal. And just, I like to just pat it in as close to my hairline as possible. I'm gonna contour my nose. Then with my angled brush, I am gonna go in with my Milani Baked Bronzer in the same areas, so the forehead again. And the cheek area. So we're gonna go in with our Milani Baked Bronzer on my tried and true little brush. Me down the middle of the nose. And of course the cheek as well. Then the cheekbones. So this is where we are with the face. So I'm going to set the face right now. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm trying out this new Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. Now, this have a little bit of reflex in it. So I guess that's what adds to the dew. but I'm a little nervous, so I'm definitely gonna cover myself before I spray this. Now I'm gonna go off camera, do my liner, lashes, brows, then come back on and we're gonna do the lip combo. Okay guys, I have to end this because my eyes are starting to get crazy. Well, this is the final look. Everything done. How did I do? Do you like? Do you love? Well, sorry to cut this short, but my eyes are starting to get crazy and I can't deal. Thank you guys so much for taking a part of your day and choosing to share with little old me. If you guys have any looks that you would like me to recreate, be sure to email them to me and I definitely will fight through my watery eyes to recreate them for you. Again, as I always say, the true foundation of beauty starts from within. Makeup is just a cherry on top. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and make sure you also hit the notification button so you know every single time I post. Thank you guys so much and I love you. Until next time. Mwah.